All right, summer friends, welcome. It's time for the retrospective for Lost Caverns of Ixalan Bronze to Mythic. We have completed the series. It is done. It took 27 drafts, unfortunately. The second longest ever of any format for Bronze to Mythic, which makes me sad. But we're going to go over all of that drafts now. Going to go over our win rate and all the things. Now, note spoilers, obviously, if you haven't watched all the videos yet. This is a spoiler. I'm going to go over all the decks and stuff like that, too. So, there you go. So, looking at our performance. And again, of course, this is all on untapped.gg. Download yourself for free. Use the link in chat description because you can track all your games like this for free. It's freaking awesome, all right? So, we can see here, we played a lot of matches. A win rate of 64%, which is, I think, below my ability, honestly. I'm disappointed in this win rate. 30 hours of play. Again, one of the longest ones of all time. Came in at Mythic, top 1,000-ish. It was like the last day of the series or the last day of the season. We had 8 trophies in 27 drafts. That's not great. And then again, 6% win rate. You can see here our run. We breezed through the earlier sections, obviously, as we usually do. And then we got to platinum in only 6 drafts. Little platinum plateau, but got over it reasonably quick. It entered diamond on our, what was this? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16th draft was in diamond. And then we started making a run, and then all of a sudden we hit the freaking diamond 3 plateau, and we just could not get out. We had a rather disgusting run here of drafts where basically everything that could go wrong went wrong. Opponents ran hotter than the sun, yada, yada, yada. But we cleared it up today with a few nice 7-win runs in a row, and then finished out with a 6-3 to make Mythic. So let's go over that. So starting out with the series, our first deck was Rakdos. Obviously, we had no idea that Rakdos was probably one of the worst archetypes in the format. We had a Dire Flail, which is super sweet, but very much a first draft here. Some Descend stuff, some Sack stuff. Messy. Very, very messy. Would not recommend Rakdos unless you're feeling pretty brave. Draft 2 was Sultai. And again, Descend ended up being pretty much a bit of a bust, but obviously this one worked out for us in bronze. We had Myco Tyrant.
Time to unleash a deadly fungus.
Which is fun. Double Chupacabra also huge here too. You can draft this deck, obviously, but it is tough to draft and definitely one of the weaker things to do in the format. We got Dinosaurs next. One thing we learned in the entire series is that Brass's Tunnel Grinder is a pretty bad card. It's so hard to actually flip this card and then have it matter in the game. It takes so long. This deck's pretty good, obviously. We got some Dinosaurs. Played some stinkers. We didn't really know yet that the Descend cards were really, really sketchy. Red-Green doesn't really descend very, very well. And next up was Boros, straight 7-0 with a beatdown, Atastic Boros deck with Breaches. There are a lot of good 3-mana rares in this set. Breaches, there's the white Battlecry creature, the green 3/4 Vigilance that makes map tokens. So these are really high picks. Not bomb rares in the traditional Baneslayer Angel sense, but just so hard to beat if they live. Multicolor Green was next. I think it's the thing you can do this from. Is our Cave deck. We had Cave In, Double Spelunking, and there aren't that many Cave payoffs. We had a Bat Colony. And this deck was kind of light on them, but most Cave decks are. I feel like the Cave deck is an uncommon or 2 short of being interesting. Usually you do just splash a Cave card or 2 in your regular deck. But we tried it here. It was, it was all right. Mono Blue was this was the highlight deck. If you missed this deck, you got to watch this episode 6. Mono Blue, triple Zoetic Glyph, one of the best uncommons in the set. 4 Waterwind Scouts. This was pretty early in the format. Obviously, folks didn't know what was going on yet, because this deck was bonkers. Tried Rakdos again to no success, obviously. It's a pretty bad deck, just as usual. Green-White, we tried to do a little Green-White beatdown stuff. Went 4-3. The Exemplar is pretty cool. Kind of an undersupported archetype, honestly. Just isn't really much to pull you towards this. And the format is kind of coalesced around Sultai, that's green, black, and blue graveyard stuff, and Jeskai artifact stuff, green, white, blue, and red. So green, white, blue, green, red, green kind of get lost in the mix. They don't really do those things. They don't really have a good theme. So aren't really archetypes aside from Dinosaurs. We had a Dinosaur deck at Splash for the 1000th Moon, which is pretty solid. Red-green deck. Splashing's not too bad. Got 7 wins off the back of Carnosaur, which is nice. Sultai, you can't go O2. Must be I must have missed out on the games or whatever, because we don't drop. But yeah, that was awful. Just Sultai garbage. Sultai again, 4-3. Trying to do the graveyard stuff. This deck was more. Oh, sorry. This was our Throne of the Grim Captain deck. This card's very good. If you first pick this card, you can definitely draft around it. You can definitely do it. It's not just a dream. It is certainly a very doable thing. We've both won a lot of games with it and lost a lot of games to it. Very, very real. Only like 4-3, so that was a little sketchy, but Boros for a 6-3. Nothing crazy. Boros, pretty standard deck here. I've seen a lot. Boros again for a 5-3. Just, doing Boros stuff, obviously. We had a Jund multicolor deck. Again, this is mostly just a green-black deck. This is our Defossilize deck. We had Defossilize and, kind of the big Landslide Wizard, which is kind of cute. Leech is pretty cool here. Splashed a couple of these things. It wasn't too bad. Another one of our really fun decks that's kind of like a must-watch, if you will, was our Dimir Sacrifice deck. A super low-to-the-ground deck with a super low curve, Fanatical Offerings, Skullcrap Snails. Looked terrible on paper, played awesome, went 7-2. Jund again, Treasure Map, tried to do more mid-rangey stuff, didn't go super well. Boros deck that seemed fine, but just didn't really get there, I guess. I don't know, not too great. 6-3 with Blue-Red. Blue-Red didn't really work that well for me, honestly. I know Blue-Red's a popular archetype, but every time we had the Blue-Red uncommon, it just never really worked out. I don't know what to tell you, but got over with another cave deck, Bad Colony, Gargantuan Leech, mostly base blue. This deck was kind of sweet, actually. Kind of base blue caves, no green at all. Green not necessary for the cave deck at all. And mostly just like, good blue cards backed by some top end stuff, which is nice. Teamer, Explore, try to be the Explore deck, didn't work. Don't try to be the Explore deck. Rakdos, don't try to be the Rakdos deck. Dinosaurs, we were just good regular dinosaur deck splashing for Gargantuan Leech again. You can't really be full caves usually, but playing 5 caves here, like playing a good cave card, so reasonable amount is there. Try Green White Beatdown, didn't really work that well. I think if it's really there, you can do it, but there aren't enough payoffs realistically. Pirates, not enough creatures. Deck looked good, didn't really work. And then our last run here was just all Jeskai. And this was kind of like the heart of the format. It's just Jeskai decks. Blue white, flyers, artifacts, deck smashed everyone. 2 glyphs shouldn't happen, obviously. Scouts, Boros, Beatdown, Warden, good rares, fast curve, double Cloud Guard, just getting the beats in was great. And then our last deck was also quite good as well. A little more militia focused, but really, really good. That's kind of the heart of the format. Jeskai colors, blue, white, white, red, kind of aggressive, fast format. Overall, my impressions of this set were fine. I think this set sort of like promised on certain things and didn't deliver on them. Whereas there's a lot of cool descend things, a lot of cool build around things that seem sweet, and they just don't work. Like there's no green-white archetype. Blue-green Explorer doesn't work. Dinosaurs is fine, but like kind of on an island by itself. And then all the descend stuff is sort of like, it just doesn't really work that well. And there's a lot of things that require a lot of setup, but the freaking Boros and Azorius like just pound the crap out of you. You have no time to do it. So like, I think this deck promised a lot of really cool things, only sort of delivered. It was fine. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It was just an okay format. It was fine. So that's the series. Up next are Bronze Mythic. I'm going to do something for Khans of Tarkir coming out next month. Where Khans of Tarkir is going to be Foxy. Rating on the 11th hour here. My voice is gone. We're finishing up. Bronze Mythic is all done. But thanks, Foxy. You're great, obviously. Foxy's great. Follow Foxy. You get a shout out in chat. Khans of Tarkir is coming. I'm not going to do a full Bronze Mythic for Khans of Tarkir because that's not a new set. But I'm considering doing a run to Mythic number 1 where I'll just start at Platinum 4 and just try and get to play the first day of the ladder reset, try to make Mythic number 1. Considering how I'm going to do it, this series did take very, very long, so I got to make sure the YouTube lines up, but we'll do something for Khans of Tarkir. Might be Diamond to Mythic number 1, we'll see. All right, but thanks for watching as always, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Your support is appreciated, and you're all freaking great.